Hi, Tracy here, and I have a layout and process called Your Eyes Sparkle. That's my title, and I am using lots of random items in this layout that are not from the current Studio Calico kit. That star paper, die or cutout paper that I will be using is K & Company, and I found that at Tuesday Morning. The black and white paper, the striped with the diagonals going through it, that is from an old Studio Calico kit. And I believe that polka dot paper, yes, that was from a kit too. So I have scraps from kits that I put in a big box together when I'm done with the kits. So, and now I have this mask that I'm going to use. That's a Prima. It's a new one with the stars. And then you can see I'm bordering up at the top, and the left side is going to be bordered with that blue stripe. And then the right and the bottom are going to be with that black and white stripe. And now for the mask, I'm using Heidi Swap Shine ink, and I'm using a makeup sponge, which is an old trick that I've always done with paint. And I thought, well, I'm going to try it with the ink. And you'll see that it does bleed, but I resolve that. You can see the stars there, that many of them bled. And so it has a little bit of a messy star look to it. And then I'm going to go back with and line up the mask over those stars. I had to wash it first. And then I'm going to outline some of the stars. And then I'm also going to outline where I did not ink some stars, just to add a little bit of variety to it. And those are the pens from Michaels. I believe I'm using the small of that set. Comes with extra small, medium, and then brush. So you can see I outlined some. I outlined all of the inked ones, and then I added some extra. And I am going to fiddle with this. Oh, I just realized I don't end up using that polka dot paper. I end up using a dark blue paper, and I think this paper did come from the July Studio Calico kit, if I'm remembering right, the one that I ultimately end up using. So I cut those out, and then I have to make sure that I end up 12 by 12 at the end. So that's why I kept the little bit of manufacturing strip there, was to give me a reference to where the paper should end. And then I'm trying to figure out how am I going to go about gluing these. And then I wanted the lines to be different diagonally. And so I cut the black and white one in half so that I can make those lines go a different direction than the blue lines. No, I'm basically mitering like you would do with molding to have those line up. Now I'm checking, is it 12 by 12? So that's why I'm using that paper there. That's probably what made me realize, oh, I think I would like that to matte instead of the polka dot. See there, I was still thinking I was going to use it. And there I'm showing you the pink paisley. And then this one is Memories Captured, Fancy Pants. That's the black and white stripe. And this picture I'm doing is black and white, and I cut it square. It was actually developed 4x6, but I cut it into a square. And here I am trying to figure out what I wanted, something different. I just was not happy with what I had there. So I'm fiddling around and fiddling around. I do love the black and white, which looks almost gray because it's so thin lined. Actually, I think it really is gray. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It is gray. It's gray and white. So I fiddle with that for a little bit, and then I realize I'm going to go ahead and basically matte the picture. So I have to go cut another piece. But I'm still fiddling right here. There we go. Now I have the square, and then I'm going to put the gray and white one a little different like that. That is what I end up with. And now I'm going to figure out how do I want these stars to go. The stars on the other side are actually, I think green maybe. But I'm using the other side of them because I wanted them to be white. So I had to cut these out, and it took a bit of fussy cutting to get them cut out right so that you couldn't really tell I had cut them. Yeah, I got these at K & Company a couple weeks ago. It was packaged. I mean, Tuesday morning, they are K & Company. They were packaged with several different sheets. But I like the stars, and they had butterflies too, so I got some butterfly ones. Okay, now I like those stars. And I spray just a little bit of Mr. Huey's Shine, or not Shine. Oh, maybe it is Shine. Mr. Spray. Just to give them just a little smidge of sparkle. I don't like to use bling and stuff. I think I've said this before. On my boy layouts. I just shy away from that. For some reason, it just screams girl to me, and it usually bothers me. A little bit of sparkle, I don't mind. You'll see I end up using glitter sparkle, silver glitter, some of the thickers I use on this layout. But just a little smidge of it I like, actually. But it quickly can become too much. There you go, I'm showing you that paper. It was a Lily Bee design. That's the blue one. And now I'm going to fiddle with what am I going to embellish this with. And that little package came in, I believe that's from the June Studio Calico kit. The travel. Yeah, that would be June theme. And I'm going to end up using those chevrons there to the right. And then I'm going to use that little arrow sticker, that's a Skipping 5, I think they're called. I'm going to use the one that says smile, and it becomes part of my title, which is what I'm working on here. And I'm starting with your eyes. I think that was Pebbles. The black letters, your eyes. And now I got sparkle, which is why I felt comfortable going with the glittery letter since I was writing the word sparkle. There, that's how I'm going to do it. Your eyes sparkle. And then I'm going to put, in little letters, I'm going to put the words, I love the way. So I love the way your eyes sparkle. And then down there, what I'm doing right now is when you. I love the way your eyes sparkle when you smile. There, I'm showing you this. The letters those were pebbles, and then the thickers were sparkle. And then these are jelly bean soup. Is that right? Oh, Doodlebug Designs. I knew that was wrong. And I got them at Hobby Lobby. And now I'm going to use some washi tape to anchor all this title down. I like to use washi tape to anchor titles. It's so convenient, and it comes in so many different colors and designs, so it's very easy to use. If you don't like the look of one, you just grab a different one, and it's easy to put it down and pull it back up, and you can cut it exactly the length you need for the title you're working with. So I really do love to use it to anchor titles. And those are various ones from my stash. The two bottom ones, the one with cameras on it, and then the gray and white chevron one, those came from two different Studio Calico kits. And then there's a star one that's silver, and then that polka dot one. The polka dot one came from Etsy. That's one of those ones that I bought on the tiny spools where you buy it by the yard and you can buy like 15 different ones. It's a really great way. If you don't have a lot of washi tape and you're trying to increase your stash, Etsy is a great place to buy washi tape because you don't have to buy an entire huge roll. Okay, so now I have that little camera like flare. It's not actually a flare, it's a sticker from that same sticker sheet that I pulled apart from the June Studio Calico kit that those chevrons came from. And then I had that brad that I put just below when you. It's got an arrow. I don't recall where that came from. That may have just been from my stash. And now I'm stamping in gray and in black. I'm stamping some little star stamps to increase the stars. And I'm doing some sort of faded and some darker and different shape or different sized stars as well. So I'm really packing in the stars. Now I gotta put all those stamps away. And oh, I didn't realize I hadn't glued those embellishments down yet. The camera is going to go back where I had it before, that little flare looking sticker. And then these wood veneer stars, I'm going to paint them, I believe. Do I paint them or spray them? Let's see. Paint. I thought I painted them. Which is, and that's a really beautiful navy craft paint that I've had for a gazillion years. And then I just sprayed some Heidi Swap Shine up above, our tinsel, Heidi Swap Shine tinsel on top of the paint. So that gave them just a smidge of a sparkle again, not too much, because again, I don't like too much for the boys. But I love the way they turned out. And I like the addition that they are because they stand up. The wood veneers are, thicker, so they have bulk to them, and they're more stars, but they just add a whole nother texture. But I didn't want the wood veneer look here. I wanted color, and I like that dark blue. It's very masculine. And then now I'm stamping the word perfect on an arrow. And then I gotta put those chevrons down. And stick the other things down, including the brad. And I believe that that's it. Oh, I added a few little silver stars that I had left from the kit. So I used the rest of those. I think there's only 3 of them. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.